Defenseman the Leafs are apparently in on. Predators, Matthias Ekholm. Anaheim's Josh Manson. David Savard, potentially as well from Columbus. Yeah. Who do you like the most in this? Who do you think is most likely?
Boy, David Savard would look great on the Leafs. Add to that right side. But unfortunately, because Columbus is doing so well, I was listening to, I took Iggy for a walk just before this, so I was listening to 31 Thoughts, and Fried just like, it probably takes him off the table. Boy, I would really like Ekholm. But at this point, I think we're looking at guys you like in the NHL, but their depth. A top four guy like Ekholm would be wicked.
Josh Manson?
Manson, I would say, is a pretty good option. Very good option. I don't know exactly what he would cost. But like I saw some people were very upset to see Mark Stahl's name mentioned. And I'm looking at a few guys who are not analytical darlings at all, but I'm like, okay, at the end of the day, like you can be like a fail safe in the event of injury. Mm-hmm. So like a Mark Stahl,
which will cost Mark Stahl cost you nothing.
Dirt. It costs you dirt. And Red Wings fans, at least from what I've seen on Twitter, have been decently pleased with him this year, I guess, versus expectations. Dmitry Kulikov is another guy.
I got a couple names.
You're just going to need bodies.
Couple names from the Coyote. Chalmerson, who I keep saying has got to be a Leaf one day. What about Goligoski?
Goligoski's an option. He's definitely playoff hardened and mean. We know that. But how hard are those miles? And similar conversation, but he's right-handed with Jason Demers. Arizona remains a good carcass to pick in this scenario. We thought it'd be a goalie. It could be a defenseman. I think I understand the allure of wanting to get a top six winger, a third line center. I think they're things the Leafs could use to get better, but I am trying to make myself see a scenario where they need defense less than that. And I don't. Any one of those Jenga pieces gets taken out. I think the Leafs could probably take a hit on the left. Like if Dermott got hurt.
Yeah.
Even Riley, I could see Sandin stepping in and being effective with those minutes. He's
for a couple of games, guy. Maybe.
For it, yeah. Muzzin. They don't have a Muzzin. They don't have anything that looks like Muzzin. But my faith in Rasmus Sandin makes me go, okay, they could survive a hit on the left. On the right,
nothing.
Unless Timothy Liljegren has really taken a step. And there are a lot of really big Timoth believers out there saying it'd be a mistake to trade this guy. You watch, he's taking a step. He's way better defensively than you would think. But we don't know. So in terms of...
Well, isn't it time to find out then?
Well,
put him in the lineup. What's stopping you?
So you just take Bogo out.
Yeah.
The problem, I think, is the team is trying to completely strip the roster so that they're spending as little money as humanly possible. They don't want any extras. It's not they're not going to waive Bogosian, right?
No.
The only way to make that happen, I think, is to call up Liljegren, take someone out of the lineup, but then you're going to be costing yourself money against the cap.
Right. Well, for 24 hours, maybe.
Now, what I'd say is Dubas is clearly up to something. He's clearly in buy mode. And it'd be great to evaluate Liljegren, but I don't think they're going to get that opportunity.
Let me ask you this then. With a team like Arizona, I know Darcy Kemper's injured, but if you could pull, this is a team that would still have Darcy Kemper if Antti Ranta's gone. And would still have Antti Ranta if Darcy Kemper's gone. And they have to be in somewhat retool, rebuild mode, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not looking to hang on to both of those guys. So to me, that's an obvious target for goaltending. And if you can get a depth defenseman too, that team needs draft picks. Match made in heaven.
It would be nice.
And if you can find, and I don't know how Arizona's defense stacks up, but if you can find an upgrade, and I hate to say this to Justin Hall, but the Leafs are less strong on the right side. Obviously, they've always been. If you can find an upgrade to Justin Hall and get somebody in that top 6, I don't hate Justin Hall moving down. People are like, well, is there going to be enough ice time to move Ekholm around? Well, if they got Ekholm, then you play him with Muzzin.
And it gives you flexibility as well. And Ekholm has experience on the right and left.
Yeah.
Your top
with Muzzin.
Your top pair has a lefty on the right. Like, let's not get too pick and choosy about that.
Right. And you're worried about ice time for Ekholm because he's so good. You're not worried about, oh, well, if Justin Hall only plays 15 minutes tonight, like it's almost like Eric Engel saying, I would just say to the player, who the fuck do you think you are? And why are you in my office? Like, no, but you're not that level, right? Like you're not there. And I don't think Justin would probably tell you that. He's played great, but that's why you want to have that. I want 3 pairs of that.
Well, and I remember years ago, there was a Puck Talks. And again, this was Friedge. I don't know why I keep citing Friedge this episode, but there was a Puck Talks where he talked about Adam Oates watching, I think it was an old Penguins Rangers series. And one of the teams was down 3-1. I don't remember which. And the team that was down 3-1, Adam Oates is just watching the TV in the same room. And he goes, that team is going to win the series. Because what they did was they just assaulted. I think it was the Rangers. No, the Rangers attacked the Penguins defense over and over and over and over again. And he's like, they're going to wear them down. You watch. And would that not be your strategy if you're playing the Leafs?
Mm-hmm.
You dump it in. The Leafs are all about possession. They'll be more than happy to take the puck. Dump it in, give it to them, but hammer them. Hammer Justin Hall. Hammer Morgan Riley. Hammer them over and over again. And even if they get you, what are they? They're up 2-1. Hammer them to a point where you're forcing them to, okay, am I playing hurt? Probably, because it's the playoffs. I'm not coming out of the lineup. You're betting on guys playing hurt. Or I really take them out, and then it's some kid. It's because who are their options back there? Outside of Callie Rosen or Martin Marincin, your extras are Sandin, who's a kid, Liljegren, who's a kid.
Mm-hmm. And Martin Marincin.
I just see it as a vulnerable spot. Bodies. I would like to see one more body. Doesn't have to. Chalmerson would be wonderful. Someone with experience, someone who can play in the top 4. All that would be great. But I'm asking, once again, I am asking you for a defensive body.
And
Bernie Sanders on the phone negotiating.
And Ranta's not coming in that deal because Kemper's out. So.
Yeah,
I don't think Arizona cares this year. I think they'd trade him if they could get value.
You need somebody to play goalie.
They don't give a shit, honestly. The season's toast for them. They really don't care. They'll be like, who's guy? I don't know. David, what's David Ayers up to? Like, it's honestly, they can't. Arizona needs to recoup assets bad. Arizona needs to win the seller's market in this trade deadline. They do.
I mean, if there was a team you could potentially get to make a bad deal, yeah, I mean, that's a good target.
They're a family.
They're a family. How many teams can we get to pay Phil Kessel at once?
Hey, that would be a great top line winger to bring in.
Yeah, for sure. And wow, you know what? He's only got next year left.
We're paying him anyway.
I don't think you want Phil Kessel on the Leafs.
You don't want two-time Stanley Cup winner Phil Kessel
on the for Leafs? The media shenanigans itself, like shenanigans. Like you don't want that.
You know what I love about that so much?
Hold on, Tavares Nylander setting up Kessel. Oh,
that would be the line. That would be the line.
No, let's not give the media people in this city more fuel for.
Imagine if Phil Kessel comes back and wins a Stanley Cup in Toronto. Man. He loved it here too, which I don't know why, because we were so mean to him. But like Phil Kessel winning a Stanley Cup, and Steve Simmons has to write about it. How awesome is that? Come on,
it's too much shenanigans.
Like, let me. I want first of all my new favorite word.
Right,
second
Jesse,
of all,
I still want him.
You know who I would love and would fit the role wonderfully? Connor Garland, little guy, but Dubas isn't afraid of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got 25 points in 30 games. He had 22 goals in 68 games last year.
It was pretty good.
I mean, if you're not
He's no
willing
Phil
to
Kessel.
give the sun and the moon, no, that's true. If you're not willing to give the sun and the moon for Taylor Hall, Philip Forsberg, etc., I mean, add him to the list of names of that would be nice. Pending RFA. At this point, I think the best option is probably a rental. That's why my eyes are locked on Iafallo. Just give the Kings an asset. His contract expires, and thanks. We'll message you to get you fitted for the ring.
Okay.
What?
Calm down.
Why? Why would I be calm? They won. They won the cup. Why would I be calm if they won the cup? Are you okay?
Me?
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
I'm tweeting something.
Oh, I was wondering.
Okay.
When Adam leaves the show, we're naked.
You just pause in the middle of the show to tweet?
Well,
Is that what we're doing now?
For dingers. So here's what I'm writing.
Okay.
You ready? What would it take to get Phil Kessel on the Leafs for Tavares and Nylander to set him up for dingers for the next 18 months? Send tweet.